CNI sends a semi-annual delegation to the Middle East for fact-finding on the ground. This particular one was at a critical time. There are upcoming elections, new settlements, a recent Gaza invasion, visits of dignitaries such as the Pope, and upcoming President Obama's speech in Cairo. We have assembled a combination of video and still images in order to capture some of the conversations and experiences which we were fortunate to have. In Cairo, the central figure is Yasser Osman, who's head of the Palestinian Department of Ministry of Affairs, and on the right is Amin Maliki, Deputy Assistant Foreign Minister.
I think the previous administration was an administration of ideologues. They had their ideas, and reality had to fit ideology. Obama, I'm much more comfortable with this, is he tries to deal with reality rather than just trying to impose something from the outside.
We've met with the editorial board of Misr al-Yom, Egypt Today's newspaper, which is an independent paper that comments on life in Cairo. This is Rafah crossing from Egypt into Gaza. It took 5 hours for us to cross. At the Rafah crossing, we met this gentleman who was injured by a phosphorus bomb during the Gaza invasion. It took him 3 weeks to get into Israel to seek medical attention. Our first night in Gaza, we had dinner with the UNRWA staff. Here featured are Steve Buck speaking with Karen Abu Zayed. She informed us that UNRWA takes care of 122 schools and 17 primary health care facilities. The tunnels are the only way supplies come into Gaza and supplies all of the gasoline for the UN vehicles. She also informed us that 95% of Palestinians are literate. This serene scene off of Gaza City coast shows that there are many fishermen in this area. Unfortunately, they're prohibited from going beyond 3 miles out to catch the sardines during the peak season because of Israeli patrol boats. They will be fired upon if they pass that limit.
I work to make sure that the ideas and programs of my husband, Senator Fulbright, are not forgotten and in fact are well understood and spread around the world.
I am a PhD student. I came back to Gaza 2007, and since that time I am stuck here. I tried several times. Last time was November 2008. I have been returned by the Egyptians. I am studying computer engineering in Turkey.
My name is Michael Thomas. I was a lawyer for many years, then went back to school and got a couple of degrees in international relations, leading to a book on American policy toward Israel. I concluded that American policy toward Israel wasn't very wisely put together, and that led me to the Council for the National Interest. This is the second time that I have traveled with them, and the first time that we have been allowed into Gaza in a group where I was president. I'm very, very thrilled to be able to come and see for myself and talk to people here.
My name is Louis Woodall. I am a cattle rancher from Paris, Texas. In addition to being a rancher, I also speak to some young people's group, and I do a guest speaker in a small community college where we live. And I've been very interested for the last 10 years in this area of the world, and did a lot of studying and reading and research on it.
My name is Rob Abel. I'm an eye doctor from the United States, and I've had the very good fortune to only wait 5 hours at a crossing and get into Gaza. And through CNI, I hope that we will be able to share your message and your suffering and your experiences and your level of education and your culture with our colleagues back in the United States.
My name is Glenn Schweitzer. I'm from the National Academy of Sciences, and the photograph that you have was taken in front of our building, which suggests that the smartest people in the world are located everywhere. And we're looking forward to the first Nobel Prize winner from Palestine. We have contacts with scientific organizations all over the world, including the Palestinian Academy of Sciences in Ramallah, and we hope that this opportunity to see firsthand what is happening here and other parts of the Middle East will help us expand those contacts.
My mother is Egyptian, but they refuse us to enter Egypt. We try many trying to join our study. I am afraid now maybe I will be lost my scholarship.
My name is Stephanie Fox. I work for the United Nations Relief and Work Agency as a reporting and information officer. I'm originally from Minnesota. Graduated from the University of Minnesota, traveled throughout Europe, and I now have the fortunate opportunity to serve Palestine refugees here in Gaza, where I have been since October 2007.
Everyone in the world has a warm spot for students. Everyone wants to see a student succeed. And even in the U.S., where we have terrible press, terribly unfair press when it comes to what goes on in this part of the world, the press was very supportive and very sympathetic about the plight of the students who did not get the scholarships.
My name is Mike Abel, and I am here with CNI, and very honored to be with you all. I'm a Palestinian American. I've retired out of healthcare administration after 37 years, and I'm also the CNI photographer and documenter.
He also mentioned 3 little words that people would chant at their meetings called "Yes, we can." Can we all say "Yes, we can" 3 times? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Our mission here is to lessen the burden on the families here, because, as you know, blindness is a burden over the families. They have no work, no employment, and one of the family members is responsible for 7, 8 people. So sometimes when one of the family members gets an eye problem, it's a great burden, and they cannot afford doing surgeries, and they cannot afford drugs, they cannot afford treatment.
You want to examine him?
One of the things that really we are eager to is to integrate the mind-body skills to be in the mental health system and the education system, as we did in Kosovo.
What the children have done and how they have improved, and the things they do to improve their outlook on their situation here in Gaza. The UNRWA vehicles took us on a tour of Gaza City and north. Here is a bombed-out area that used to be a playground with adjacent houses. The American International School was bombed at night long after Israel had secured the area. This was not a security target. It was an intentional target that happened to eliminate students from going to school at one of the best universities where they would learn American values. Street scene in North Gaza. Impromptu tent camp for Palestinians. Speaking with local students in the camps, they were friendly, civil, and appreciated a conversation with Americans. Harriet Fulbright, Steve Buck, and Stephanie Fox discussed some of the issues with local